Hey Eric, this is John, West Coast Connects. We reached out last week, spoke with Chris, promised this free video, so here it is. I'm going to keep things really short and sweet. Just want to show you 3 tips that you guys could do to potentially get more traffic online and maybe improve upon your website a little bit. So with that, let me get started. So, your website looks pretty good actually. You guys got a lot of good things here, and judging from what you're ranking on, you guys are really doing a lot of good things. The one thing I would say is that there's not a ton of content here. And content is pretty important for a couple of reasons. The first is so that you can be found for specific keywords. And you are being found on 434 keywords, throughout your site, so that's pretty good. And looking at what you're ranking for, so local roofing company is a national keyword with a lot of volume. You're ranking pretty high on that. You're ranking on the top of the second page, which is great. Alliance Roofing Pearland. So that most of your traffic is coming from Alliance Roofing and your local roofing company keyword. The anything having to do with Houston, like you are ranking like roofing companies Houston, a lot of traffic there, 700. That's a good buyer intent keyword. Roofing company Houston, you're at the bottom of the second page. Houston commercial roofing, you're at the middle, excuse me, of the first page there. Commercial roof Houston. So some of these things you're ranking pretty high on. Uh, not in the first spot or anything like that, but definitely really pretty high. But if I wanted to rank for, say this roofing company's Houston keyword, right? I would have that as one of my headings. I would have it within my text. I might even save an image as that keyword. And what happens is when Google crawls your site, they see that you have that keyword verbatim within your content, and it allows you to rank faster and more efficiently. And the more content you have, the more likely you are to rank. If you look at sites like Wikipedia and Yelp, one of the reasons why they do so well is because they just have a ton of content. It's not only quality of content, it's also quantity. They have a lot of it. And the more content you have, the more keywords you can fit in there, and the more things you can rank for. So, content's really important, and it's what gets you ranked for a lot of things, and it's what gets you moved up those rankings, or at least one of the factors that gets you moved up those rankings. So I would add content, and specifically those keyword that you're looking to rank for. Make sure those are within your site. My second tip would just be to continue to build and grow this Google business profile and potentially add another one, maybe in Houston. I see a lot of what you're doing is in Houston, but obviously being in Pearland, what happens with these Google business profiles is they kind of grow outward like a flower, and so it's going to take you a while to get from Pearland to Houston. If you were to create a business profile within Houston, you can rank that one and have your, the one in Pearland, and then you can have two that are potentially ranking and bringing in traffic for different areas. All you would need would be you know, an address somewhere within Houston. But how you build these up, reviews are a great thing. You want as many 5-star reviews as possible. If you can add 1 or 2 a week, you're looking at 50 to 100 a year. So really important to add those. You have a lot of information here, which is great. You want this consistent throughout the web, though. So say you have a Yelp page and your website, right? And this is hypothetical. If your Yelp page said you were open 8 to 5, and say your website said you were open 24 hours, that inconsistency Google doesn't like. They want to see that um, people that are looking for you on Yelp and people that are looking for you on your website and your Google business profile all get the same information. So consistency here and transparency really important. And then add photos that are saved as keywords that are geotagged. So again, if I'm wanting to rank for roofing companies Houston, I would save you know a photo as roofing companies Houston, and then I would tag it. Maybe I would pick like this location right here, and I would tag the photo as that, and Google would believe that you potentially did performed a service at that house, whether it be a roof repair or installation or what have you. So really important, and the reason for these too is in growing these and building these is because everybody searches differently. Some people click on the first thing they see, which is a great reason to run ads because you get above the fold, right? And if you're above the fold, then the people that click on the first thing they see, whether it be ads or whatever, those people are going to go to those ads. Some people like to use these Google business profiles, which is another great reason to have one in Houston. For the people that are in Houston, they can find you locally versus in Pearland, right? And they can pull up to 40% of the traffic, and I've even seen them outdo the organic listings. And then the organic listings obviously is a great thing because some people skip that and go directly to what they see is the best down here. So if you're running an ad, you're number one here and you're number one in the organics, you're going to get as much traffic as you possibly can. And my third tip would just be to continue to build and grow the strength of your site. So you have a lot of referring domains. You have a lot of do follow links that have, a decent amount of backlinks, and your strength is pretty high. This 30 is pretty good. Typically, you'd like to see a 1-to-1 ratio. So if this is a 30, you'd like to see this as a 30 as well. And just to show you what your competitors doing, this is Bronze Roofing. They were ranking, roofing companies Houston keyword minus the directory, but they're a little bit stronger than you. They don't have that 1-to-1 ratio. They do have a little bit more referring domains, more do follow links, and they are getting more traffic and better traffic, right? The traffic value is more buyer specific. So this is kind of, it wouldn't take much to kind of get to this level. You just have to kind of do those things we're talking about, continue to grow, build and grow on different facets and different areas. And yeah, you should get there pretty quickly. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's been informative. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. I'd love to talk to you and help you out any way I can. My contact information is in the email. I also have a link to my Google Calendar. Myself or my business partner Jackie would love to get in touch with you at whatever time works for you guys. So with that, have a great day and God bless.